So Kundalini session 5. I had did a very quick reading beforehand because I wanted to make sure that I knew what I had to do. And for that reading, I got like the 5 of Swords. And when I looked into the card, I saw 3 of the swords form a triangle. And then I saw a square wrap around that. And then I saw a circle wrap around that. And then when I pulled a clarifier and looked into it, I was being told that like I needed an energetic triangle, a fire and for a square, and then air for a circle. So I was like, okay, that's what I've been doing. I'm just going to do that again. So when I went to do the actual meditation, I put out my candles. I lit them counterclockwise in a square formation with the intent to release any obstacles, remove any blockages, open any gates. I envisioned my energetic triangle around me, and then I lit my juniper and kind of moved my body move my torso in kind of a circle direction. I counted myself down into my sacral space, and when I got into it, I saw 2 heads of the Kundalini energy already in there. I had tried some sacral affirmations at first, like I connect to sensual experience and things like that, just to try to see if that would help or move things along, increase the energy flow. Didn't really do much. And then I was kind of thought, okay, well, let me change the construct. Maybe the way I'm viewing it right now isn't the best. So I was getting ready to change it back into that cone shape instead of the room shape that I kind of had it in. And before I could, the Kundalini energy kind of took my hand and guided me around the sacral space. And everywhere my hand touched, the energy kind of turned rainbow again. And so it felt more just like I had to just be in the moment and feel the energy. So I did. I just kind of sat in, went with the energy, flowed with it, and my hands started feeling tingly. My arms started feeling tingly. Really wanted to just touch stuff. I was running my hands through the carpet. But really just being in that energy and just feeling. That's kind of just what I had to do. And as I did that more and more, I saw more heads split and more energy rise and fill that space. So when I was done in my sacral space, I was a little ambitious, so I tried to raise it into the solar plexus space. And I felt some resistance. The Kundalini energy rose up thin, and then as it kind of went into the solar plexus space, it came and filled in jagged angles, which reminded me of like spider legs or like bug legs at first. And that was a huge red flag for me because I'm like, this is supposed to be flowy energy. So far, the whole time I've had these experiences, it has felt like flowy energy. Why is it now coming in looking wrong? So I was like, oh shit, did I get played? Is this not good? I was a little bit scared. So I paused what I was doing. I have an incantation I use when I need some like transmutative energy, some sun energy, some more protective energy. So I use that incantation. I brought that energy in. And as I had it fill into that section of me or like fill into my body, I tuned into the reason why that energy was showing up, why that Kundalini energy was showing up so wrong. It didn't feel like an entity. It didn't feel like some foreign energy, but it did feel like negative energy. So I tried to look into it a little bit more, and I just kind of got this word coming into my mind of like scar. Scar felt like the most appropriate word. Like there was a scar in my solar plexus. So I blew out the candles. I ended that meditation. And then I started up a new meditation solely focused on that solar plexus and trying to understand what was wrong with it. And when I counted back down and got into that solar plexus space, I saw one cut and one like scar tissue in that space. And so when I was in that space, I went and touched the cut, and I saw the image of a demon I had dealt with in the past, I did an exorcism on, flash through my mind. And it called up this really limiting belief I had. And I guess I still had at the time that I hadn't worked through or didn't even know it was there. And then the scar tissue, when I touched that, it filled my mind with another demon that I had dealt with and a whole situation that had happened with it. And so I didn't know I still had anything carried over from those experiences. I thought like I had handled all the things that had called up at the time. But yeah, so that revealed things I needed to work on first. And so the day after, I did another reading for myself to look into what I actually had to do to heal those scars and to, I guess, heal the cut. And when I pulled the cards I needed to do a cord cutting session. And so I ended up doing that. And that was my meditative session 5B, because I'm not sure if it technically counts as like a Kundalini meditation, but more of a cord cutting meditation. But yeah, so that was my session 5. I'll talk about my session 5B in another video. But yeah, between that and then session 6 that I just did recently, I'm starting to get this idea that Kundalini energy, as you bring it up, reveals very hidden things or like just core issues and tweaks that need to be addressed that you haven't recognized or haven't seen for whatever reason. And if that is all Kundalini is, I'm cool with that too. Like if it shows me just the little things here and there that have escaped my notice or reveal some blind spots that I need to work on, I'm totally cool with that. That is still a very valid, very practical practice to me. But yeah, stay tuned. I will keep you updated.